And we're back. You might notice that we're not where we left off. That's because I went to go ahead and get sorry, something in my throat. Whoops. Went to go get this number's gone. The stuff from the delivery removal I was talking about. We can actually go over that while I go back to the thaumaturgy skill. It was just a lot of stuff that I got from just playing for a while. I think there is a couple of things that I got because I bought like these ones. It's just an outfit, nothing game breaking. So we got a wind up Bart's Soldier Horn, which is a mount. Oops. Wind up Red Mage, which I'm going to be using. Wind up Cane. These are minions. Griffin Horn. Wind up Moogle. Fat Chocobo Whistle. Oh. There we go. That's a mount. That's a fun mount. I can't use mounts right now, I don't think. At least not in here. What was this one? Bardian of Light. That's Chocobo attire. We're definitely going to be getting a Chocobo later. Wind up Warrior of Light. Aetheryte ticket, which will... Let me show you. No, I can't teleport. There's a small guild fee. It doesn't really matter much. Wind up Odin. Behemoth Warhorn, which is a mount. Wind up Leader. Each of the city-states have a leader, and this will... Whenever I use this, it'll pick one randomly to follow you around. Black Mage Barding. More stuff for the Chocobo. Minion of Light. Voidal Resonator? What is that? Slow tone shows type of allowing personal... Oh, that's the Airman. BDI. Cascadier Voucher. That's not going to come until way later. Black Chocobo. Minion. That's Fantasia. So I'll use it. Log out. Or it will log me out. And then whenever I log back in, it takes me back to the character creation screen. Wind up Cursor. Curl Bell. I can make my Chocobo look like a behemoth. Baby behemoth. And it's also a minion. And then this is just drops from those monsters I killed earlier. Sort that. And I can show you the minions if we go down here. Mount Guide. So yeah, I got a Fat Chocobo, a Coral, Airman, Behemoth, Griffin, and a Celdra. I don't think I can actually use that, at the very least not in the town. And then here's the minions. Black Chocobo Chick, Wind Up Moogle, Baby Behemoth, BDI, Wind Up Odin, Warrior of Light, which is the main character from the first game. Wind Up Red Mage, which is, we're going to just go ahead and set up. Minion of Light. These are definitely from the first game. It'll randomly choose one of these three. Maybe that was 2? 3. I actually don't know Final Fantasy very well. Wind Up Cursor just makes a finger. This one will randomly summon one of these three. Wind Up Cane. I think Cane is definitely from the third one. And Bart's. These are just little guys that'll follow you around. Occasionally they'll do little actions. Like, a little spin around. Or not this one. Where did it go? This one. Like, these will swing a weapon in the animation of their character from the first game. So yeah. Those are fun. I just realized I'm not going to get a carbuncle. Sorry, that's an Arcanist thing. I really like that class. Maybe we'll at least do that one so you can see the adorable carbuncle. Anyways, I should have did this last episode, which was actually turn in this quest. You have satisfied the satisfied look of a mage who has utterly vanquished her foes. Splarp, I formally welcome you into the Brotherhood of Thaumaturges. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding thaumaturgy, an innate quality, the limits of which are bound by the level of etheric energy flowing through your physical being. Aether, the very stuff of life, exists within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. Now I have here a tome that shall serve as your hunting log. As the name suggests, its pages are to be filled with records of the enemies you slay. The log also contains the names of such adversaries that will challenge and improve your skills as a thaumaturge. As your experience grows, so shall your reserves of thaumaturgical endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when next you crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. The next thaumaturge quest will be available from Kokobuki upon reaching level 5. Oh cool, we got a sheet. The hunting log. That is here. So it'll give you, there's one for each of the battle classes, and then something special for gathering classes. It just has you find certain monsters, kill a few of them, you'll get an XP for that, and then when you fill out a page, it's good for when you're just like waiting to get in on a duty to go out and a little bit. Good little supplementary EXP. Oh, we need to do some side quests. Erasmus Thumpers. What's he look like? What do you look like? You look like a very bland voice. I am Erasmus of the Order of Naldthal, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of this region's fauna and the environments in which they dwell. For the dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can only come through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thenland. But there is much work to be done before that day. Aid me, sister. Bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thenland, by way of the Gate of Sultana. Do take care. They can be feisty little critters when threatened. So we're just gonna go over here, adjust this on this screen, which you can't see. So I have a time of... We went that way. Did we go that way? I can't remember where we went. But we're going this way. Whoop. Oh! I should probably do this while I'm here. So, you can click this. It'll automatically equip your recommended gear. And boop! This is stuff I got because I've been playing. Well, apparently that's how you auto-run. Got it. Like I think you might. So when they introduced the Gunbreaker, which was a class that gives you a gun sword as a weapon, they went ahead and released a Leon costume. I've never played Final Fantasy IX. I know his name is Squall, but since I've pretty much only know him from Kingdom Hearts, it's Leon. I'll probably use that interchangeably, but I'll be getting more equipment pretty quickly to change into. This Helm of Light increases EXP, as does the Alamegan earrings. They're useful for, low-level characters, like what we are right now. So I think I actually have some other stuff that'll... Let's see. Nope. I got a few others that'll... Like, I could be Cloud if I wanted. But it doesn't have as much of a... This actually boosts defense and magic defense a little bit. So we're going to stick with this for a while until we start getting better gear. Everything else is mostly just whenever you unlock glamours, you can apply them and make your armor look like that one, but it keeps all the stats of the armor that you have equipped. That's what those are for. There's lots of stuff like that. Okay, so... Marmot blood. So you see this little icon that means it's in your hunting log. When you see it, go ahead and kill it. Doesn't hurt. Fire! Fire! Hold up. Or I need to be for the next one. Typically it's 3. It'll show up how many you occasionally you'll run out. You have to kill or it's complete. So I can recover MP. Basically just bouncing back and forth like that. Your MP full. It'll be more of a balancing act as we get other stuff. This is a DPS class, so we want to be doing as much damage as we can, as fast as we can. So getting used to that. Oh, you look like you could use a good fire. And then we're just gonna go back to the Thaumaturge's Guild, and that should knock us to level 4. Or not Thaumaturge. Well, yeah, Thaumaturge's Guild, but we're talking to Erasmus of the very bland voice, because he has a very bland face. Hours to get anywhere, because for some reason this is not the default speed. Bugs me. If you're gonna have something like that, may as well just be the default speed. The blood, have you brought it? Yes, yes, it shall serve nicely. By virtue of your toil, I am one step closer to publishing many breaths of Denland. Thank you. Take this as recompense. Go now, and may the traitor smile upon you. This means we get to choose. So, like, we can't use this because it's Disciple of War. You can see that down there. In the red. And this one is worse than what we have. We also can't use it because we're not the right level. So it's good to just take the money and run. And that did not knock me that forward. I guess we need to do more side quests. Once you get it unlocked, you'll start doing duties to level up. Duty. And that'll make it a bit smoother. That's where the less grindy stuff comes in. When I first started playing, it was just Realm Reborn, and Heaven's Word was on its way. And I spent all my time doing everything else that I didn't really bother to do the main scenario quest, and then I bought the DLC or expansion and realized I had to finish that to do the expansion, and just anyways trying to make my way to this thing. That's right here. It's through here. There we go. In the Pugilist Guild. Oop. There's not a whole lot of XP. That's fine. This is just a whoops. That's door. Oh! Big stretch. So I guess in little bits like this I can talk about So Final Fantasy XIV actually has two different iterations. There's what's known as 1.0, and then Realm Reborn 2.0. Basically what happened is 1.0 was awful. So Square Enix was basically just like, okay, we can't make this better. Best to just throw a moon at it, nuke the servers, and start from scratch. So that is exactly what they did, and it was this whole big storyline thing, and it was really cool. And we'll get little tidbits about it here and there through the story. Just finishing this. But yeah, definitely go check it out if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Potion. It doesn't really matter. I barely ever use potions. They have like a 2-minute cooldown. Is it 2 minutes? What is it? Recast. 25 seconds. That's not bad, but it only heals up to 160 points, which is dumb. Oh, we should toss up one of these. Food tends to... Oops, accidentally used two. EXP bonus. So those are always good to have, especially at the lower levels whenever you're fighting stuff. Central thing. Maybe to go this way. Still getting used to the new keyboard shortcuts. What else do we have to talk about? This won't come up anytime soon, but you can make a free company, which is basically a guild sort of thing. But we can't do that right now. I might make one later and have everyone who wants to join. If you're a fan of this channel, or on Twitch, that sort of stuff. Just have the fans join. But I have no idea how to run one, so it will not be run very well. But we'll see. Oh, hey, another hunting log thing. I'm used to having my skill shortcuts on my numpad. They are not there anymore. I'm gonna fix that. Fire. Need to get a sound bite of ABGN. With NES accessories? Headset? Fire? Just replay that. Okay, level 4. Yes. Make sure. Stat missions. Stop. Let's spell it. Transpose. Swap to single. A lot farther than I thought it was. I would highly recommend this game, even if you're not like that Final Fantasy player. It's so much fun, you guys, I promise. And I swear I found a Tales of Symphonia 2 reference in one of the side quests. Not to mention the just random NPC, like as far as I'm aware, is not like part of any quests or anything like that. Named Immodest Mouse, which made me think of Modest Mouse, which I was not expecting a reference to in this game. There's a lot of little tidbits like that I find. It's pretty neat. If you're willing to put in the footwork, which I am, so yeah. Okay, so this guy. It's a level 50 quest. This is for so you can become a samurai. Thought it was gonna be Red Mage. I can't remember what Red Mage was. Red Mages are fun. They're somewhere between Arcanist and Thaumaturge. That's the word I was trying to remember. The class I am. That's better than what I've got. So we'll take that. And we can sell it later. Level 4, so we can start this. Aim for it. Okay. It is kind of a lot of running, especially during the early games. It's fun. Especially once the world starts opening up. Going. There is a button to recenter. But it's just a lot quicker just to double tap M. This is... Okay, so you'll see this pop up every once in a while, the elemental shards. We will not be using them. That's all Disciple of the Hand stuff. Oh, whoops, I should be reading this because it's main quest. The dispatcher's yard over in central Fanland. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the gate of Null staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it for long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. I think I have just enough time to get there and finish this. And then we'll call this an episode. Final Fantasy XIV definitely was awful. Watch videos just to see how awful it was. Like here, it does sort of gatekeep you based off of your level, but in 1.0 it was based off of everybody in the server, how quickly you leveled up, so that everybody stayed roughly. It was really weird. Definitely go watch a video about it. And I'm sorry I keep ranting about it. Anyways, Papa Sean. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Mamoni advised me to expect, I am Papa Sean, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell, passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Uldan to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. And the railways which run through the dispatch yard, too, were born the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Uldan needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. It's neat. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Complete. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just call it here before we get into it. These story quests can get long. I don't think the early quests are too much of an issue. But I will see you in the next one. Hey, welcome to the Enslate. Just so you know, the video you just watched was part of a larger live stream, hence why it just sort of cuts out unceremoniously at the end of each bit. Link to my Twitch channel in the description if you want to be notified when I live stream. You can catch the previous part here, or one of my other videos here, unless this is the first part, in which case they're both different videos. Also, sorry about the audio quality. I'm not sure if it's the capture card or my mic, but I'm going to try and get it fixed before the next batch of episodes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking the video, subscribing, or at the very least commenting. Every little bit helps. Thank you, and good night.